Now, if you keep your water quality correct, and when I mean correct, I mean each one of the monitorable parameters that are important in the right position. Therefore, let's say pH 8.4, KH 8, ammonia nitrite 0, nitrate phosphate near 0, calcium 450, magnesium 1300, or whatever you've designated that you want to keep your aquarium, then your corals will thrive, providing they're getting the right light, they're getting the right water flow, the right basic maintenance, they're getting a food source. Then your corals will slowly grow. It's actually amazing how fast some of them grow. But basically, you have a choice. Your corals are going to slowly grow, or your corals are going to slowly die. If your water parameters are clearly not right, if you don't have the right light, don't have the right water flow, if you don't have the right temperature, they may die quickly. But if they're not dying quickly, they'll die slowly. Everyone seems to understand that if your water quality is not right, everything's going to die. But the bit that people just constantly overlook is that if it's not quite right, then give it time and it'll be not quite right. So your corals should actually grow remarkably quickly, depending on species. So various things are going to really help you. One is a dosing pump. I would highly recommend that everyone that wants to keep a coral reef tank get a dosing pump, and definitely make sure you've got a chiller. Now, if you are unsure, if you're not confident with whether your corals are slowly growing or slowly dying, then it's important to seek the answers. Now, if you are in Sydney, we actually do a health check. So for a very low cost, we can get one of our experts to your house. They can go over your system, what you do, how you do it. They can do some very extensive tests and quite easily identify for you what you're doing wrong to ensure that your corals are slowly growing and they're not slowly dying. The other option that we offer, which most shops will offer, take a sample of water and a video of your tank and your maintenance routine. We're more than happy to go over it with you, and we'll usually quite easily identify what it is that you're doing wrong in order for you to fix it. But one of the most common things that people do wrong is they're delusional. In their mind, they're looking after their tank properly, but they're delusional. So often, I'll be in someone's lounge room and I ask him, "Oh, how often do you clean your skimmer?" And he'll go, "Twice a week." And he knows he should clean it twice a week. Then his wife calls out, "Are you joking? There's no way you do that twice a week. I hardly ever see you do it." And then he's like, "Oh yeah, maybe I probably don't do it that often." I go, "How often do you do it?" And then she yells out, "Almost never." And then he's like, "Oh, okay, probably not that often." So making up stories doesn't help anyone. It doesn't get results. The only thing that gets results is to put in systems that work. Ensure you've got a dosing pump, ensure you've got a chiller, ensure you've got a light that's effective, that's either on a timer or going to turn on and off at the right time, and automate your tank. It's very basic, but in a way that it doesn't rely on you so much. And when you've got to do maintenance or testing, just do maintenance or testing, because people spend a whole lot of money on livestock and then they don't look after it properly. And if you're one of those people, make sure you get someone like us, or find someone in your local area that you can get to look after the tank for you, because that little fee of them coming over and looking after it, when you marry it up to how much you'll spend on dead corals, dead fish, and a broken soul, is well worth it. Looking at a tank and watching it grow is absolutely joyful. Looking at a tank that you know you're not looking after is a burden. Be good. Be good to your animals.